Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop here. Well, got a little presents come in. I got a correction to make too. Those motor mounts that I ordered, they didn't come from CJ Pony. I was looking at multiple screens comparing prices, you know how it goes. Anyway, they come from a company called Gearhead. Universal 429, 460 motor mounts. Well, they told me that they weren't gonna come in for, what was it, 10 days? I ordered them on Friday. They showed up today. Those guys were on the ball, I gotta tell you. I'll leave a link to them down here so you can go check them out. They're on eBay, but I'll tell you what, they were Johnny on the spot and they're here. Now the way they showed up, a little different, but I know that's out of their control. So we'll do an unboxing. You can see the box kind of went through all heck. There, it's tore up good. Looks like it busted out in the post office there. About the easiest unboxing I think I've ever done. Yep. There's the mounting bolts, it looks like. Packaged up pretty good. Make sure I'm doing this on camera so you can see them. You'll see them as I see them here. Oh, shiny, nice, pretty. Kind of a universal ones. This is the part here, you cut it and put it in however you need to put it in. I wish it would have been gusseted all the way down here. And I'll be dadgum. They powder coated it. Yep, that's powder coat. Why? Why do that? Just, I know it's not Gearhead. It's the company that makes these. But why don't they just leave them raw steel? Now I gotta strip the paint off of these in order to cut and weld and all that. Just leave them raw. Save yourself the money. Not only that, I'd like to see the welds. If you're interested in that, if these would have came raw without them being painted, the weld is here on this side. You can see where they've welded it. It looks like a pretty good weld from this way. But a good way to tell is to actually flip it over this way and look on the back side. If I see a lot of penetration heat on this side where they were welding, I know they're a good weld. Maybe that's why they painted them, I don't know, or powder coated them. Oh, dang, yeah. If you've ever tried to strip powder coat, it's a pain in the butt. But fasteners look good. Self-locking nut. And that's another reason I wanted them, is because it's the simple one bolt drops them out. You know, like a Chevy, GM. Neoprene bushings. They're not real hard, which is good. I don't want them real hard. On a driver, you don't want real hard. So I'll get a little vibration transfer out of them, which, you know, it's a hot rod, that's okay. But it's not so hard that, well, I'm driving this thing 3,200 miles, 1,600 there, 1,600 back. That's a lot of heat movement. And if you lock them down solid, well, things have got to give. But I don't know, they seem to be all right. And they give you a bag of fasteners here. Thick steel, you can see that looking at my fingers there. You can see how thick they are. They look all right. Let me take my blade here. Well, let me open this bag first. Let me check and see if that's paint or powder coat. I sure hope it's not powder coat. I know it's kind of the in thing. Everybody wants everything powder coated, but powder coating sucks. If you ever have to, if you break something and you have to fix something, oh, you'll hate powder coat. You'll never do it again. Years ago, we had a Sandrail that we powder coated the whole chassis, the whole, you know, the rail. A Sandrail is kind of like driving a roll cage. Anyway, we powder coated the whole thing, and well, my stepmom was driving it, and she was hitting the bowl pretty good. She was probably 90, maybe 100 mile an hour around the bowl, and it kind of kicked out on her, and she hit a witch eye, and it flipped her, and she rolled all the way around the bowl. Broke the rear. It was a mid-engine Sandrail, pintle-powered, 2300 pintle-powered Sandrail. That thing would haul butt. But she hit a witch eye, caught the tire, the back tire, flipped the rail, and like I said, she went about, oh, probably about 10 times. Rolled it all the way around that, where the sand dunes kind of go like this. And when they do that, you ride on the, like a bowl, like a big salad bowl, and you catch and you ride all the way around inside of it. You can haul ass. Boy, you can move inside of a bowl. Anyway, long story short, she broke the rear end loose, and we had to go in and straighten the frame out, re-weld it all back together, and cleaning up the metal with all that powder coat. Oh, it was a nightmare. Okay, I'm only gonna need 3 of these. Well, they give you a whole bunch extra, right? No, yeah, they give you 2 extra. I guess they figured I'd lose a couple. Anyway, I'll take you over here and we'll see how they mount up on there. Do a little fast edit here, and we'll go back over there to that 460. Okay, one of the things I like to do with these first thing, the hardware that they give you, always run it in. Make sure that they didn't mess up and give you Chinese metric or whatever. And it looks like they are. Okay. Now see how they fit on there. So far, so good. They go all the way in. Yeah, that one's got some crud in it. Anyway, you get the idea there. Then, centerpiece. We'll try it like that. I think that'll work Jim Dandy great. We'll try it out. I'll put it in the mock-up. And then I can, wherever this is going to hit on that tower, on my spring pockets, the way they roll in, I'll just cut these to match that and then weld this either to the tower or whatever I can grab a hold of over there, but more likely it's going to be the spring tower, and that'll lock it in there whichever way it's got to go. And then to pull it out, you just undo that bolt and then the motor just lifts straight up. But that looks like what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is dropping that motor back in there. Quick review on them. Like I said, they look like they're pretty decent for the money. More than worth it, because it does come with the frame and the motor mount part, and it gives you that easy one big bolt through, out, you're done. I like those over the spear ones. They trying to get that slot cut right, so when you're doing those, they're kind of a slot shape like this, so when you're dropping the motor in, it kind of V's it in and locks it into place. When you're dealing with custom work like that, it's hard to get that angle just right and the hole just right for those drop-in pin, you know, the single bolt ones to drop down in. Not only that, these they're a lot stronger. They hold up a lot better. For racing and that, you'll always see this style, more of the GM style, I should say, where that one goes through, locks it all down into place. And all the rubber does is just goes for the ride in the center. So if the rubber goes bad or breaks away, you still got hard steel to stop it. So your motor doesn't boom, flip out on the, bounce around on the curb for you. Anyway, that company, Gearheadworld, again, I'll put their description and everything, their eBay store down in my description here. Johnny on the Spot. They sell all kinds of stuff too, not just Ford, Chevy, Mopar, you name it. They've got a lot of stuff on their eBay store. Now, I'm going to give them 5 stars just for the shipping. I was expecting maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks before I got that thing, and it blew my mind. It showed up today. I ordered it on Friday, and it's here. It came from Iowa, so you know, I can't say enough good about them for that. I know they're at the mercy of whoever made this, I don't know, but as parts companies go, especially in this day and age, yeah, I highly recommend them. And again, it's universal stuff, cut to fit, cut, weld to fit. So, you know, I really can't go too far into depth on that until I really get to going on it. Oh yeah, I was going to check to see if that was a powder coat. I don't know. That feels like paint. Real gooey paint. Again, I wish they'd just send them raw. It makes it so much easier. And you can inspect the weld if it's not been painted. Paint hides all that. But the product, I'm not sure about. The company, I'm definitely sure about. Again, I got these on sale, so I can't tell you if you're going to get that same price or not, but you know, if you're looking for parts, give them a shot. They were here way fast, way fast. And oh, and one more quick one. last night I hit 460, that's right, 460 cubic inches of big block Ford power. My 460 shout out winner this week, I had to write your name down. Excuse me, had to write your name down on my redneck Palm Pilot here. Ari Dabirinia? I think that's how you say her name. I'm gonna put his link down here. Go check him out. He's only got a few videos up, and he's getting back on them now that spring is here. He's been shut down over the winter months, but he promised me last night that he's got more videos coming, and he's got some awesome stuff. He's working on a C10, C20, an old Chevy truck, and he's got a Dodge Dart hidden back in there too. Go check him out. He's a pretty cool guy, and he's got some pretty cool stuff going on. Like I said, he's my 460 big block Ford shout out winner for this week. All right, and again, thanks all of you that have subscribed to me. I can't thank you guys enough. Every time my phone does a little jiggle and I see that somebody is subscribed or somebody's commented, guys, you're just keeping me going out here. Keep me rolling and going. All right, so I'm gonna finish up for tonight. I did get a little bit done on the Fairlane, not much worth videoing in, but just clean up work. I don't think you guys want to watch me run around with a flapper disc all day long. It's just nasty, ugly work. But I did want to get that review in on that, and to everybody out there, keep the metal hot. And go check him out. Like I said, he's got some cool stuff, and he's in this just like we are.